All right, it's time to talk about APECOIN yet again, and we are on the heels of a huge day for APECOIN, which is tomorrow, where the Otherside, which is their metaverse play, drops around noon Eastern tomorrow. That's 4:30, April 30th. We've been talking about it all week. We've been talking about it actually for a couple weeks now. Actually, we've been talking about it since it's launched, and it's time to break some things down here and see where we are. Did we reach our top right now for ApeCoin? Are we going to get back up into that $27 range ahead of tomorrow? We're going to try to unpack that a little bit. I'm going to tell you what I've done already here on a quick swing trade with ApeCoin over the past 3 days or 4 days now. I still am holding a long position. We'll get to all that here in just a minute. But if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, definitely consider doing that. Hit that like button as well. That definitely helps us out. So right now we're currently trading at $22.74 per ApeCoin. Of course, you go back and you look at this thing not that long ago. We were trading at $11 back on April the 12th. Just 17 days ago, we were being traded at $11. It has doubled in price in that short amount of time, at least as currently constructed right now. It is just getting a ton, and I mean a ton of volume. $91 million worth of volume has come into ApeCoin in the last 24 hours, which is insane. Now, I want to take you over to the chart on Coinbase because this gives you a good snapshot of what happened yesterday. So here it is, right around 5:30 p.m. We hit our all-time high essentially here so far for ApeCoin. I think this is going to go much, much higher, down the road, right? But we hit $27.79. Could this be the top for ApeCoin for a little while? We're going to talk about that. I think there's a potential, the potential that it could be, and that's why I made a move. Now, I did say, and have been saying here for a little while, I bought in right around this range, okay, about the $19.10 range, a second position. Now, I did buy in day one at around $6.30, a small position that I'm not even thinking about selling, right? Because I got really lucky to get it that low. I'm hanging on to that. That is my long-term ApeCoin bag. Let's see where we go, right? But on the heels of the Otherside news and some other news out of OpenSea that they would make ApeCoin a coin that is on their marketplace. We don't know if that's going to be true, by the way, but it was a rumor. I knew we were going to get some hype no matter what on the Otherside metaverse news, right? So I decided to open up a position right here, and not a small position either. And I'm sharing this with you because I just want to show you this, and I think we can all learn from this. I don't always get it right, but I think this one I did. So I put 20K in it at $19, which I don't normally like doing, but we had a built-in catalyst. All right. So I moved in 20K from stablecoins into ApeCoin at $19. Now, I pulled my initial out last night at about $24 and some change. What did that get me? Well, now I have $7,000 of house money in ApeCoin. That $20,000 is back into stablecoins. And again, I have $7,000, actually now like $6,200, $6,300 of house money in ApeCoin that I didn't have 4 days ago, right? And this is the strategy I like to play, especially with these built-in catalysts. You don't have to have just one position in one token. You can have multiple positions. You can have a position where you have a long-term hold bag, right? And then you have another position where it's your swing trading bag when you have built-in catalysts like this. All right. So, and again, I went on, I mentioned this, you could see it's dated yesterday at 8:40 p.m., which is around the time I did it. And I mentioned this to all my private community members. Of course, now I'm sharing it with you today. But the initial investment, that I got in on day one at $6.30, give or take, that is hanging in there. But again, that 20K turned into around 27K, pulled that initial 20 back into stable coins. Now I've got 7K in ApeCoin. What am I doing now? Well, I did think we might have reached a local, top at least yesterday for sure, because we started coming down pretty hard. It came all the way down here into the $20 range. Okay. So about halfway through this, I saw this happening and said, okay, this is a good time. I don't want to see this thing go much lower, right around the $24. And I don't forget what the cents was, right? Doesn't really matter. I pulled the initial out. Excuse me. Pulled the initial out, ended up going lower, but now we're retracing back up a little bit here in the 1 day. We could see pretty flat. Okay, we're trading at $22.68. Now, it could go past the $27 range, right? But I'm okay. I'm happy, right? Because I've got my initial back out. I've got ApeCoin in my Coinbase portfolio that I didn't have before 4 days ago. I still have my long position. this is hopefully something you can glean from and learn from. And at least on this one, I got it right. Right. I don't always get it right. I'm sure, you've seen some of the other videos where I've talked about some of the mistakes that I've made too in investing, and everybody's going to fall into some of those mistakes as well. Buying in at the top and it not working out, or buying in on the hype and it not delivering, or whatever happens, right? It's crypto. It's a wild, wild space. So just wanted to share kind of my story here with APECOIN and where I sit. But I do think we do have a possibility of maybe seeing just some sideways action here throughout the news. Maybe it was a little bit of a buy the rumor, sell the news, and maybe this was our top. Let me know what you think, though. Do you think $27.79 is our top for a little while in APECOIN? I'm curious to hear your thoughts down below. Thank you so much, and more APECOIN content will be coming. This is one that I think is going to be a long-term hold in my portfolio. What it's done in a short amount of time is nothing short of amazing. It has surpassed huge metaverse plays like Decentraland and Sandbox. Just steamrolled them here over the past couple weeks. So been amazing to watch. And I think it's going to have a lot more green days ahead too. So thank you all so much. And I will see you all in the next video.